fell in love with a lot of blushes. I was never really a big blush person. Hi Coffee Beans and Happy New Year. It is a new year. Happy 2022. I hope you guys had an amazing holiday season, an amazing New Year's, and I hope you didn't do anything too crazy. All we did at my house is we played video games. I may have gotten a little tipsy, you know, but I was at home, so it was all good. I stayed up to watch the ball drop twice. I watched the New York one and the New Orleans one, which was pretty fun. It was really fun seeing Billy Porter perform. So, and then I went to sleep because I was exhausted. If you're new to my channel, hi there. My name is Hannah, also known as Koffee Kween, because if you like my channel and you like me and all that jazz, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel to become a coffee bean and be a part of my Coffee Bean fam. I would love for you to be a part of my family. We have a fun time over here. It's very chill. We talk about makeup and all that stuff. So if you like that, I would love for you guys to be a part of my family here on the YouTube. In today's video, if you have not read the title, but you probably have because that's why you clicked on this video, I'm going to be doing my 2021 beauty favorites. Yes, I know I didn't do a lot of videos this year and I'm very sorry about that. I am getting a lot better. Like, I planned out this month's, like the whole month's videos already, so I'm just like, let's do this. I did discover a lot of new makeup and I tried a lot of new makeup, and I have a lot of faves here to show you guys, so that's what this video is. I'm going to be going in order from primers all the way to setting spray. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram. Koffee Kween is somewhere on the screen. I do a little bit of everything here on YouTube and Instagram. I am transitioning my YouTube channel from being just strictly 100% beauty only to my life. It's my channel. I really want to do the content that I love and I'm passionate about, and a lot of the times it's not just makeup. I really like video games and cooking, and I really want to start vlogging this year. That is one thing I really wanted to start doing, was vlogging. Now, I'm not going to become a daily vlogger. I don't think that I could do that, but I am going to be vlogging like a lot of things that happen, like birthdays and like vacations and whatnot. But you know, just like things like that, you know, just to have those memories, so that way when we get older we have those to look back onto. But my channel is mainly a beauty channel with, you know, a little dash of lifestyle and maybe some cooking and vlogs. So that is my channel as a whole, or what I want it to be. Also, if you hear a lot of and like pressing of buttons, my husband's playing video games literally right behind me, so if you hear him, deal with it. But anyway, if you would like to see, I'm talking way too much. It's been a hot minute since I filmed. But anyway, if you are curious to see what beauty products I fell in love with, discovered, or rediscovered in the year 2021, then just keep on watching. Okay, so like I said in the intro, I'm gonna go from primers all the way to setting sprays. So for 2021, there were only really two primers that I really discovered. So the first one, I don't think is any big surprise. Everybody and their mama knows it. It is the e.l.f. Putty Primer, just the like original one. I really like it because even though it is hydrating, I still feel like it blurs out my face amazing, and it's not too drying. And that's what I really like about it. I'm actually using it on my face with the other primer I'm talking about, just on my T-zone where I have the most pores. And the other primer that I fell in love with is from AOA Studio. This is their Paw Paw Perfect Filter Face Primer. This is $1.55 and it is amazing. It is a gel consistency type of primer. It also does blur out the face, but it is so moisturizing, which is why I like to put this all over the face. So I really like these two together. I really like this. It's very soft and moisturizing and kind of velvety on the face. And again, it's hella cheap. It's $1.55. So I think the first one I'm going to talk about is the one that I used at the beginning of the year, and then again is by AOA. This is their Paw Paw Pro Wear Foundation. This is in the shade Fair Ivory. It is the one that I'm wearing on my face right now, and as you can see, it's a perfect match for me. And I really like this because it reminds me a lot of my Bare Minerals Bare Pro foundation. Is that the name of it? Definitely this foundation reminds me a lot of that, but I think the coverage is a lot better. But even though it does claim to be full coverage, which I think it's more of a low full coverage, very high medium, it's not super heavy on the face. I'm trying to go through this like really quick. This foundation or face product is the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. I'm in the shade Fair and I really love this product. I got it because everybody on TikTok was talking about it, so I had to try it out, and I really like it. It is worth all the hype that TikTok gave it. It is definitely a super lightweight skin veil, tinted skin veil. I don't know what this is labeled as. To me, it's kind of like a tinted moisturizer, but it has really great coverage. It says on here sheer to medium. It definitely has medium, like for me at least. It's definitely, when you first apply it, you have medium coverage. I also like it because it's super lightweight and it's very moisturizing, but it's not super dewy like my Wet n Wild dewy foundation. That's dewy. This is like a couple notches lower, but it's not super dry or mattifying either. So I really like how it looks on the skin. It feels like you're not wearing anything. And again, the coverage is really good and it's super cheap. The only thing I do not like is that the color range sucks ass. I really wish that they would make the shade range a lot better. But okay, next is actually it's a foundation. This is from Believe Beauty. This is their Skinfinish foundation. I use this in my full face of Believe Beauty video, which I will link in the description box below, as well as in the eye. I've been wanting to try this foundation for years since hearing about it, and I finally picked it up last year when I went to the Dollar Tree. When I went to Dollar General, I tried this out. I really love this. I'm in the shade Linen, which at first I was really scared was going to be too light, but it matches me perfect. It has a natural finish and it's very skin-like looking. I know that makeup, you know, is not going to look exactly like skin because it sits on top of your face, but this looks really good on the face is what I mean. It doesn't cling onto dry patches. It doesn't look like you're wearing a mask. It doesn't look cakey, and it just feels really nice on the skin. It's not as super lightweight as this, the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator, but it's also not super heavy or cakey like a super full coverage foundation. The Paw one, even though it does say it's full coverage, it doesn't feel super heavy on my skin. I'm wearing that one right now and I don't really feel it at all. But I really like this. It has a pretty decent shade range, so it's okay, and you can get it for $5 at Dollar General. And then the last one is actually a BB cream. This is the Misha Perfect Cover BB cream. I've been wanting to try this out forever. Jessica Braun here on YouTube is the one that made me really want to try this out, and so I was gonna order it on YesStyle. A lot more dewy than the last 3 foundations that I showed you, but I really like it. I think it is a little tad too dark for me, but once I apply concealer, it matches me really well. I just really like it. It's super lightweight. It has really good coverage for being a BB cream. And I just like how nice and supple and juicy and moisturized and my skin looks. And I also love, again, how it has a pump. It's like a pump on a squeezy bottle. I love that so much. So I definitely recommend checking this out. The only thing that sucks is the shade range. But from what I've heard and read, they are expanding their shade range. I don't know if that means that they're going to reformulate this. Hopefully they don't, because I really like the formula. But if they do and they have a better shade range, I'll try out the new formula, because I want everybody to experience this, because this is great. 3 concealers that I fell in love with in 2021. The first one is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I am in the shade Fair Warm. I just really like this because it is a very hydrating concealer. It has really good coverage and the shade range is really great, and it's only $6. I sometimes even like just putting it, like spot concealing all over my face and using it as a foundation, just because the coverage is really good and my skin looks really great with this. The next one I fell in love with, it was the Wet n Wild Mega Last Incognito All Day Full Coverage Foundation Concealer, and again, I am in the shade Fair. I found this at my local Five Below before it came in stores, so I was using this like before they even had it in Walmart, which I thought was really weird, but I really like this. This definitely, to me, feels exactly like the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. Like the packaging is the same, the wand is the same, so it makes me kind of want to do a side-by-side comparison to see if it is a dupe. If you are interested in me doing a video like that, let me know in the comments below. I really like this. It's super hydrating underneath the eyes. It doesn't make my eyes look dry or cakey, which is what I look for in a concealer. So I really like this. The shade range is pretty good. And then the last concealer that I fell in love with in 2021 is, again, by Believe Beauty. This is the You're Covered Liquid Concealer, and this is in the shade Pearl. I like this because I like the doe foot applicator, paddle, cushiony type of applicator. It looks really good underneath the eyes. It's hydrating, has really great coverage. It's not full coverage, but is definitely medium to full. I only had 2 favorite powders this year, which is crazy. One of them I already had, I just never used. I don't know how that happened. And one of them was one that was new to my collection, and that is from AOA. This is their Perfect Press powder, and I am in the shade Translucent. I love this powder so much. I hit pan on it. This was the powder that I use like 99% of the year in conjunction with the other powder I'm going to talk about. I use this alone. It is a white powder. There is no color to this at all. This is definitely a translucent powder, but I'm wearing it on my face right now. And what's cool about this is you can use the tiniest amount and it will set your face perfect. I really love this underneath my eyes. This is one of the few pressed powders that I can use underneath my eyes and it won't make them look cakey or dry. A lot of concealers and powders will do that underneath my eyes, so I'm very picky when it comes to powders and concealers underneath my eyes, and this doesn't do that. It looks really beautiful underneath the eyes and on the face. It smooths the under eyes and it blurs, and it's only $1. It does all those amazing things and it's only $1. And what's really cool is that if you want to brighten your under eye, you could take a little bit more on like a sponge or a brush and kind of like pack it, like bake underneath your eyes. You don't need to really bake because since this has no pigment to it, it's gonna brighten it super quick. So definitely be careful, because I've gone heavy hand with this and I was like, whoa, my under eyes are literally white. But I really love this powder. I loved it so much that when my mother-in-law sent me some Christmas money, I made an order on Shop Miss A. I bought 4 more of these because I love this powder so much. I even have it in porcelain, which I do use sometimes, but I just really like this because it has no pigment to it at all and it's very universal and versatile. So I really love this powder and it's my baby, and I'm happy that I have 4 more backups. And the next powder that I fell in love with is from Maybelline. This is their Fit Me Loose Powder foundation. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder in the shade 05 Fair. I really like this. I don't know how it took me forever to finally use this. It is tinted, but it is definitely super brightening, so I have to be very careful with this as well. But I really like this because it does a lot of what this does. It sets the face very beautiful, and this definitely blurs the pores and the under eyes. It's super finely milled, and it has that little bit of tint to where it adds a little bit more coverage. But again, you gotta be very careful because it brightens a lot. So I really like this, especially mainly for underneath my eyes to kind of help with the dark circles. But it looks great. It looks great underneath the eyes as well. And again, it's super inexpensive. I can't remember how much this is at the drugstore. I don't know what it is, but I have a lot of blush favorites. I don't know how this happened. I'm not a huge blush person, but apparently now I am. So I discovered a lot of blushes, so I'm going to be showing them right now. So the first blushes I fell in love with are from AOA. These are their Perfect blushes. They are a little tinier than like their powders, which I kind of wish they were this size, but they're $1, so I'm not like getting all mad. I really love this formula. I love this formula so much that in my AOA order that I mentioned earlier, thanks to my mother-in-law, thanks mom for the new makeup from Shop Miss A, I ordered I think like 4 more shades, either 4 or 5 more shades, just because I really love the shades that they have, and I really love this formula because what's really great is this is super beginner friendly, and it's also super like makeup expert friendly, meaning that you can build this blush up and it will look gorgeous. So if you pick up way too much as a beginner, if you're a beginner with makeup, it's okay. Next is from L'Oreal. I don't think they sell this anymore. I got this at TJ Maxx, but this is from the Paradise Enchanted collection. This is the Enchanted Fruit Scented Blush in Just Curious. I like it. It smells like peaches. It is definitely this peachy, sheeny blush. I love this blush so much. It looks gorgeous on the skin. But yeah, I really love this. The color is gorgeous. The finish is gorgeous. I love it so much. Like, It's the one here on the bottom. It's definitely a lot more peachy. As you can see, there's that tiny bit of sheen that just looks gorgeous on the face. Again, I got this at TJ Maxx for like $3, so you can't get it. But if you want it, if you can find it, I recommend getting this. I think you can get the eyeshadow palette still in store, which sucks because they have another color that's more pink that I really wish I could get because I love this formula. Super creamy, easy to blend. You definitely need to go with a light hand on this just because if you apply too much, it'll look like you're wearing like a peachy pink highlighter. The next one is from Essence. This is $2.99. Like, what? This is in the shade Befitting. I got this because Taylor went here on YouTube, raved about it, and every single thing that she raves about is stuff that I fall in love with. Look how pretty that is. Oh, it's gorgeous. This pretty like mauve-y neutral pink. I love it so much. The finish is great. I wouldn't say it has a sheen to it. I guess it kind of does, but it's not as sheeny as this one on my skin. But I just really like the color. The formula is really great. It's easy to blend out and the pigment is there. Next is from Jaclyn Cosmetics. This is her bronze and blushing duo in Lilac Love and Top Tan. First off, can we take a moment for this packaging? So I really loved this color. This is like this was my first purple blush. I don't wear purple blush at all. As you can see from the last few blushes that I have shown, it has been peaches and pinks, but I really love this blush. Ooh, isn't that pretty? It's just like a light peachy, not peachy, pinky purple blush. It looks gorgeous, hence why I love it. And this is the bronzer. I really like the bronzer too. It's not too warm. It's not too cool tone. It's kind of neutral, I think. Neutral leaning towards warm, but I really love the formula. It's super buttery and creamy, easy to blend out on the skin. And what's really great, it's very similar to the Perfect blushes from Shop Miss A, where you could like rub your brush in it forever, and when you dust off the excess, it doesn't look like too much, which I really, really love. Glowing highlight and contour palette in light medium by Believe Beauty. I really love the blush in here as well. This is super creamy and buttery, and I love the color. It's this really, you could tell that I really love peachy pinks. I really like this. This also has a slight, let's blend that out, slight sheen to it as well. It honestly has more of a sheen than the Just Curious blush. It has almost looks like a peach highlighter, so I definitely have to go light-handed with it. But I really like this. This complements almost every single look that I've worn. In my Juvia's Place, oh, what was it? The Tribe palette, I believe, is the palette that I use with that beautiful like blue-green shimmery eye. I used this blush and it complemented it so well. I got so many compliments on this blush. So I really like this, and it's only $5 and you get a full face. The only thing is I can't use the highlighter too much of it or else it'll look too dark. I told you I had a lot of blushes. The next one is from Physicians Formula. I got this at TJ Maxx again, but you could still get it in stores. This is the Physicians Formula Organic Wear Dewy Blush Elixir in the shade Crushed Berries. I really have been getting into cream blushes a lot more this year, and this is so, ooh, I got way too much. This is so pretty. It's definitely dewy as it claims. Look how gorgeous that is. It's this gorgeous, as it says, berry shade. Okay, it doesn't smell like anything. I can't remember if it did or not. Honestly, this would be so pretty on the lips, but that's the color. It's so gorgeous, and I love it so much. You honestly need like the tiniest bit. Like I just showed you, you need the tiniest bit and it'll be good for both sides. It is a more dewy blush than what I'm used to, so you definitely need to set it. And it just looks gorgeous. These are one of the few cream blushes that I have discovered that I really love and works for me. These are from Believe Beauty. These are their Color Me cream blushes in Dollface and Tropic Sunset. The first one that I got is Dollface. This is one that actually Taylor Wynn raved about in a video and is one of her favorites, so I had to pick it up. And it's just this really pretty pink shade. Oh, it's so pretty. It's super, super creamy and it's not too dry or waxy. I just really love these shades so much. I'm actually wearing Tropic Sunset as my blush today because I wanted something a little bit more peachy since I'm kind of wearing a blue shirt. So that is Tropic Sunset. These are super, super amazing. I think they're like $4. Next is highlighter. I'm so excited. Okay, so I think the first thing I'm going to talk about is this. This is the Jaclyn Hill Luminous Powder in Brighten Up. This is her old packaging. Her newer packaging looks like this in the square. This is the old packaging. I got this last year on sale at the Morphe store when I was visiting in-laws with my husband. I use this all over the face and it looks really, really pretty. It also looks really great as a highlighter if you just want a super natural lit from within, like goddess highlighter. This is great too. So like, see, you can make it look like a highlighter if you really pack it on, but then you can like blend it out and it looks really, really gorgeous. Next again is from Jaclyn Cosmetics. This is her highlighter in Iced. I love this highlighter. It is the one I am wearing right now. It is super gorgeous. Again, this is her like fancy formula that's made in Italy, and I'm not mad because look how gorgeous that is. I like the formula. It's super creamy, super buttery. As you can see, it's super blinding, but you can sheer it down too. And it also comes with a mirror, which is also great if you are traveling or taking this on the go with you. It's worth the money. Again, another product from Believe Beauty is their little trio that you see me use in quite a few videos. I love this trio because I can use every single shade in this trio. They have this gorgeous light gold, this really pretty like pinky peachy color, and then this one that is like a white with gold duochrome in it. Even though this one looks peachy pink on my skin, it just looks kind of like an icy peachy pink color. It doesn't look this dark on me. Same with the gold. It just looks like a really nice light gold. I really like this. The formula is super buttery and creamy, and I love how I found a trio that I can use all shades and I don't have to, you know, I don't feel like I wasted my money only being able to use one. But the formula is really great. Again, this is in the shade On Cloud 9. I think they have one or two more. I really love the formula. It's super buttery and creamy. It's super, 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 super pigmented, so a little goes a long way. White gold duochrome, the peachy pink color, and then the gold. But I just love how these look on my face. Again, super creamy, super pigmented. I love how I can use all the shades, and you get 3 highlighters for $5. So then last 2 highlighters that I fell in love with for the year 2021 are the AOA Perfect Pressed highlighters. I have the shades Empress and Heiress. They are $1, which is great, and you're gonna be shocked by how they're only $1. Formula is so freaking smooth and creamy and buttery. You would not believe that these are only $1. So here's the shade Empress. Oh, and this is Heiress. Yes, Heiress. I almost forgot the names. Look how pretty these are. This is definitely a white and this is definitely like a light gold, but they are so blinding, and it's crazy because if you saw this on my face, you probably would have thought that this was a high-end highlighter. No, this is $1. But I totally recommend the Perfect Pressed highlighters from AOA, just like their powder and their blushes. The formula is really great. It's buttery and smooth. As you could see, the colors are super blinding, and they have a really great shade range for only being $1. Okay, next is bronzing / contour. I didn't really find too many, so we're gonna kind of breeze through them. The first one is actually a blush, and it's from the Perfect Pressed blush line from AOA Studio. This is in the shade Pheno, and as you can see, honestly, is just like a bronzer on me. That's what I use it for. It's right there. It's definitely a more warm bronzer. I'm wearing it today on top of the next product I'm going to be talking about. But I really like it again because it's not too pigmented, so I can build it up, and the formula is super easy to blend and it's super creamy. Next is it also from AOA. I was really hesitant to talk about it, but I really love this, and a lot of you guys were asking what I use to cream contour, and this is from, again, AOA Studio. This is their Sculpt FX contour stick in the shade Fawn. So that's what it looks like. It's super easy to blend. It's definitely a neutral cream contour. It's the one I'm wearing right now underneath Fino from AOA Studio. I really like this because, again, it's only $1. And what's really cool is it is also a twist up, so I don't have to sharpen it, which is great. I really wish that the Happy's on the website, so I hate talking about this, but I really needed to and wanted to because this was definitely one of the main like contour slash bronzers that I used this year, and it's one of the only cream ones that I have that I used this year and discovered. But it's really amazing, and if they bring these back, I definitely recommend checking these out. Okay, so the next, it's a powder, but I use it as a bronzer. This is from Fit Me, Maybelline. This is their Fit Me Matte and Poreless Pressed Powder in 320 Natural Tan. I actually use this because Taylor Wynn, again, she likes using pressed powders for contour slash bronzer. I think it's just bronzer because it's matte, and you're gonna find more shades. So again, this is in 320 Tan. Running out of swatches. So as you can see, it definitely looks a lot like Fino. But since it's a powder, there's no shimmer in it, which I really like. There's no glitter. Since it's the Fit Me line, there are a ton of shades, so you can find a shade that will match you. Okay, and the last like bronzer slash contour product is from Kevyn Aucoin. This is the Sculpting Face Powder, the Sculpting Powder in Light. It does not look this gray in person. It is actually more like neutrally brown. That's what it looks like. So as you can see, it's neutral leaning towards cool, so I actually can use it as a bronzer or a contour depending on how the rest of my makeup looks. I would repurchase this. I got this at TJ Maxx again. Super creamy. You need the tiniest bit. Super pigmented, easy to blend out. I really like this. Okay, so I only discovered one new eyeshadow primer and fell in love with one new eyeshadow primer in 2021, and that is the P. Louise base. It deserves all the hype. There's a crap ton of shades. This is the big one too. I think this was like 13-15 bucks at. I'm so happy I picked this up. This is the only eyeshadow primer I have used every single time I do my makeup in 2021. I love it so much that I want to get the white and the black. That's how much I love this. It's amazing. If you can get your hands on it, or if you want to spend the money on this, I highly recommend it. It's amazing. I'm using it today, and that's what I'm using to prime my eyes. To use the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer in Eden. It's too matte for my eyes now, and then I used concealer for a hot minute, but I just found that it wasn't, you know, making my eyeshadows look like the best that they could be. So eyeshadow primer is the way to go. This isn't really an eyeshadow primer, but I like to use this before I apply my shimmer eyeshadows, and that is the NYX Glitter Primer. I discovered this, and the way that I use it, I apply it to my eyelids, and then I apply my shimmer shade. Shimmer shade. And that's because of Betty Jean here on YouTube. I love her so much. She's such a sweet person. I love all of her videos. I recommend checking her out. She actually uses this on a brush. I use my finger and a brush, it just depends. And she applies this onto her lid, and that's how her shimmers looked amazing. And I was like, wait a minute, I want to try that out. I did, and I never went back. This like changed the game for me when it came to shimmers. Shimmers with your finger already makes them look super pigmented, but applying this underneath just makes them look like you used a setting spray to wet the eyeshadow and apply it onto the lid. It's super inexpensive, and you need the tiniest bit, so this will last you a long time. Really fell in love with the AOA Studio Super Strip Lash Adhesive. This is from their A+ line. The A+ line is another one of Shop Miss A's charity lines. And I really like this lash glue so much that I ordered 2 backups, and I really want to get the dark version of this just because I really like the formula. It's a really good lash adhesive, and I find that it doesn't irritate my eyes. It makes my lashes stay on super long, and it's $1.55, so, or $1.88. So it's super inexpensive, and I really like this lash glue, and I'll continue to repurchase it. Next is mascara. I really fell in love with 2 mascaras this year. The first one is from AOA, and this is the Skinny Under Lash Mascara. This is the only mascara that I use on my lower lashes now, just because of look how tiny that wand is. This is the only mascara and the only wand that will work on my lower lashes. I know there are some other ones that are this tiny. but this is $1. I'm fine with paying $1. I bought 2 backups of this because I love it so much, and it's just a really great under eye lower lash mascara. It doesn't flake, it doesn't smudge. I've had that problem before. That's why I never would apply lower lash mascara ever. I would just apply it to the top, and my lashes are so tiny as it is that even some of the tiny wands were still too big. Not this one. This one, game changer. I love it so much, and I will not stop repurchasing it. The other mascara I fell in love with was from Essence. This is their Lash Princess mascara in the green tube. I know they have a few other shades, different ones in this line. I really love this mascara because it really lengthens and volumizes my lashes, and it looks really great. So if I don't want to wear falsies but I still want my lashes to be visible and look good, this does it for me, and it's only $5 at Ulta, so that's really great too. Eyeliner, again, AOA Studio. These are the Artista eyeliners. I have all of their shades and I love all of their shades, but I mainly use the black and the brown. I'm actually wearing the brown, not that you can see it, but I am wearing the brown shade today, and I like these because these are brush tip liners. Here's the black. Oh, so pretty. And then here's the brown. So as you can see, they're very pigmented, and since they are a brush tip, they are very like, ooh, and you can get like a super like thin line, as you can see, or you can get a super thick line, which I really like with brush tips. Like, they don't dry down matte, but if you wear it alone, but if you wear it on top of eyeshadow, it does dry down. Even though they aren't waterproof, they last a really long time on my eyes. Eyebrows, so it's no surprise I really love the NYX Control Freak. I've been using this for years. I love this. I have never loved an eyebrow product as much as I love the one I'm about to show you. It has been the only eyebrow product that I have used this year, and I love it so much that I bought 2 more backups of it. I love it so much. It's what I'm wearing on my brows today. Everything else that I've tried using before, it just doesn't compare. This is amazing. I love it so much. It's from AOA, so it's $1. I'm so excited to show you that my #1 eyebrow product and my holy grail, ride or die, can't live without, only thing I used all year was the AOA eyebrow gel. This little thing right here. This thing right here is what I do my brows with, and is my ride or die, and I will never use anything other than this. So gorgeous. You need the tiniest bit. This will last you forever. I use it with a angle spoolie dual brush from Morphe, and that is what I'm wearing on my brows right now. It's waterproof, so if you go swimming, or if it's raining, or if you're hot and you get sweaty, it will not melt off of your face. And again, it's only $1, so it's not going to break the bank. I love this so much. And again, so 2 singles that I really fell in love with are from AOA, again, $1, not breaking the bank. These are the Velour eyeshadows, and I have mine in the shade Holiday and Cherish. These are amazing, you guys. Like, if you love the ColourPop Super Shock shadows, these are basically the same thing, but they're just $1. This is in the shade Holiday. This is my favorite of the 2. It's just this gorgeous, like, rose gold purple. I don't know how to describe it, but like, as you can see, it's like a rose gold with like a purple undertone. And then Cherish is just like this gorgeous copper. Oh, look how pretty those shades are. They're super creamy and bouncy and moussey, just like these Super Shock shadows. That's so hard to say, but these are only $1, and I hope they bring these back because they are out of stock right now, a few shades. I love the shimmer one so much. I purchased a matte one, and I don't know how I feel about it, so I suggest just sticking with the shimmers. Next is from Believe Beauty, and these are their gel pots. Glimmer Pots gel to powder eyeshadows. I have mine in the shade Head or Tails and Gold Flake. I actually tried Gold Flake in my Believe Beauty Full Face First Impressions video. That's the name of it. I don't know what I called it earlier. I use this because a lot of people say it's a really pretty highlighter. I'm actually wearing it on my eyes on top of another eyeshadow, but this is so pretty. I think I got a more drier version of it because the next one that I'm going to show you is a lot more creamy, but it's just pretty light gold color, so you could definitely use it on your face as a highlighter. It's not gonna look too dark. It's really pretty on the eyes, and it's only $4. I think it's like $4 to $4.50. It's definitely super inexpensive. And then the next one is Head or Tails, which is this gorgeous orange shade. So as you can see, this one is a lot more moussey than Gold Flake. This one's definitely a little drier. I don't know if mine just is drier, but this is Head or Tails. This is really pretty orange copper shimmer. Next is from e.l.f. and these are their liquid glitter. I don't remember exactly what they're called, but I have two shades that I picked up. I actually got these on sale. I have the shade 24 Karat and Dirty Martini. I'm actually wearing 24 Karat just sparsely all over my lid. It's just this really pretty gold. That is the worst swatch ever. It's definitely a more orangey gold. And then I have Dirty Martini, which is this like really pretty olive green shade with a gold duochrome. It's so pretty. These are $5 and they are definitely exactly like the Stila ones. I've 24 to $30. I don't remember exactly. If you don't want to pay that much money for just one, e.l.f. has got your back, and you can get a few for the price of one Stila. I only fell in love with one new pair of eyelashes this year. As you guys know, Ione Cosmetics has stolen my heart and I have a full drawer of them. But I did fall in love with the Believe Beauty Glamorous lashes. They are the ones that I'm wearing right now. They are definitely a different style than what I'm used to, but I really like these. These are $3 to $4. Everything from Believe Beauty is $5 and under. So I don't remember exactly how much all of their stuff is, but it's under $5, 5 or under. So I really like these lashes. They are again in the style Glamorous, and this is what the box looks like, and this is what they look like. They're very fluffy and they just look great. They're not super heavy and I really like them. I freaking fell in love with the Believe Beauty little quads that they came out with, that I have 4 right here. So I have Love Struck. This one has a bunch of really pretty pinks and mauves. This shade right here, gorgeous shimmer. I love it so much. And then I have the two that I used in my Believe Beauty Full Face First Impression, which is Nearly Nude and Sultry Sunset. You guys, I love these quads so much. I know these are $5 because I remember saying that. I would rather buy a few of these for $5 than buy one whole palette from certain brands, because the formula on these are amazing. They blend out so well. The mattes are super creamy and pigmented. The shimmers are super shimmery and blinding, and it's just crazy to think that these are only $5, and I love every single one so much, and I want to get the rest because I really like these. These are great to travel with if you want to take just one or two, and it's not going to take up too much room like a big old eyeshadow palette. I don't mind having this many because I love every single one of them. Again, this is actually a palette that I was super excited about getting, that I also got one for my mom. This is the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe Divine Neutrals palette. Look how gorgeous this is. Isn't she pretty? I love this palette. This is the one I'm wearing all over my eyes with a little bit of the e.l.f. 24 Karat liquid glitter and a little bit of Gold Flake from Believe Beauty. I really like this. The mattes, super creamy, super easy to blend. The shimmers are super blinding, super creamy. I love this. This is great if you're a beginner and you just want a palette that has all the shades you could need. I recommend getting this. You got all the mattes you could possibly need. You have a bunch of different shades of shimmer going from super light to super deep. I really like it. It's only $18, I believe. Yeah, I think it's only 18 bucks, so it's not gonna break the bank. Next is a newer one, and I feel so bad because the video was supposed to go up like 2 weeks ago. It's my next video this week. It's gonna be the video that goes up after this, and this is the It's Freaking Bats eyeshadow palette in with Batty Bean in collaboration with Shower Cosmetics. This is one of the few indie brands that I tried in 2021. Try a lot more of indie makeup brands because there's just so many out there, and Shower Cosmetics is definitely one of them. And I love Betty Jean, and she is, again, the sweet person. She definitely loves her Halloween. So when I heard that she was coming out with an eyeshadow palette, I was so excited, and I wanted this so much that I waited a year for this palette. It took me that long to get my hands on one. Look at this color story. It's gorgeous. I love it so much. I did a look using almost every single shade in, and I definitely want to try out more from Shower Cosmetics because their formula is amazing. These eyeshadows are so pigmented. I'm going to swatch Apparition, which is this gorgeous, oh, it's so pretty. It's this gorgeous purple duochrome, oh, with gold, which is that gorgeous, like, grungy, mustardy green. I'll do one more. I'll do another shimmer. And then we're going to do Grim, which is this pretty blue shade right here. This is so pretty. I'm going to have to, like, wash my arm. Oh. And they blend out really great. The shimmers are amazing. They honestly don't need the NYX glitter primer, but I still use it anyway because that I just like to. But I just love this eyeshadow palette so much. It's super Halloween-y, but it's not like black and orange colors. It's definitely Halloween-y, grungy colors. I love it so much. It's definitely not a eyeshadow palette that I would have ever thought I would love, but I love it so much. Next, for setting spray, I only have two. The first one is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I really like this because look at this mist. I love the mist. I love the way that it is. I wish it wasn't in an aluminum can, which sucks, but I really love the setting spray. It makes my face look gorgeous and kind of dewy, but it does dry down, so it's not super dewy. I just really like the formula of it. It sets my makeup really good and it makes my makeup last, but it's not super mattifying. And then the next one is from Believe Beauty. This is the Makeup Perfecting Setting Mist, and I love this one too because this is $5 and look at the mist. Oh, it's such a fine mist and it sets the makeup really great. I like to use this after I apply all my powders, just to melt them into my face and set it. I'm honestly gonna keep the bottle for some other setting sprays that I have that I don't like the sprayer, just because this one has that gorgeous, like, soft, even, beautiful mist that we all want. So those are the two setting sprays that I use. But yeah, I think that is it for my favorites. It was a lot. Thank you so much for, if you're still here and you watched the whole video. I hope you discovered some new products that you are wanting to try this new year. I hope you guys had an amazing New Year's and a great holiday season, whatever you celebrate, and you had a fun time with family or friends, and family and friends. I'm so excited to see where my channel grows this year and to see how many new coffee beans we get this year. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video right here. I will see you on Wednesday for my try on video of the It's Freaking Bats palette with Batty Bean and Shower Cosmetics. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to follow me on my Twitch and all my social media. Everything will be in the description box below. There'll be a link if I can find one. But yeah, that's it for this video. I love you guys so much. Bye.